And welcome back to the Duke Issues here in Geneva. I'm joined today by Nicolas Stucki to discuss the immune system. So Nicolas, welcome.
Thank you for receiving me another time. It's always a pleasure.
You're very welcome. So how would you say the immune system works, and what can people do to invest in their immune system?
So let's try to stay simple. The immune system is a fantastic complex organization in each human body, meaning that you, me, we can produce with our bone marrow, with our lymphatic system, some weapons to fight against all these viruses, microbes, antigens that you have all over us. So we produce white cells, we produce antibodies that can go all around the body and fight against all these invaders. What is amazing too, for example, is that once our white cell fights against one microbe, he will keep it in its memory, and every time this microbe tries to come back, we destroy it like immediately. What is also important to say is that through which way they enter our body, through the breathing and through the alimentation. So these tracks are very important. The tracks to the lungs and the tracks that goes through the stomach and the intestines. That's why most of the time when you get an infection, what is it? It's the flu, it's bronchitis, it's stomachache, gastritis, and these are the main usual things that you get when you get these invaders. So you need to pay attention to these tracks, stomach, lungs, etc. And of course, when you start having a disbalanced alimentation, if you're having pollution around you, maybe this whole system that we have in our body will start to suffer and not work the right way. So that's why you have basics that you should stick to. You should pay attention to what you eat. You should pay attention to your environment. You should, also one thing very important, you should always drink a lot of water, because water makes your body work. People tend to forget about those simple things. Sleep also very well. And after that, of course, when you go to see a doctor, our doctors, you can make big blood analysis and try to see what is not going on in the whole body. But there's a lot of aspects that are implicated, because when you go to a doctor and you tell him, I want to check my immune system, this is very wide. So you really have to do a general picture of someone and then try to modify to all these places where it's not working well by taking alimentary supplements, by changing your lifestyle, by exercising. Exercising is very important to boost your immune system, and all different aspects that a specialist will help you to improve. Very important. You cannot do it on your own. You need someone who knows what he's talking about and who will help you to make your life better and to protect yourself.
Absolutely. So in regards to maintaining health, the market has seen some independent retailers, as they could be called, that are selling maybe prescribed, not prescribed drugs that could claiming to help quite significant illnesses. So in your opinion, do these work, and why are they so expensive?
Well, maybe some work, maybe some don't. I cannot judge, especially because I'm not a doctor, but from our doctor's point of view, everything has to be personalized. You cannot see some kind of miracle pill that works on someone and immediately believe that it will work for you, because everyone has a unique body and a unique immune system. So you definitely need, before going into some kind of treatment or taking regular tablets, you really need to have a professional advice. This is fundamental, because you need someone to understand you, a professional to understand you, understand the way you live. And unfortunately, you cannot do it on your own, except if you're a doctor yourself and you know all the different parameters. But if you're like you and me, I won't trust a miracle drug on the internet. Even if I say maybe it can work, but everyone is unique, I repeat. And so do first a screening and go to the right person to do it. And then maybe you'll find the miracle drug for you.
Definitely. So in your opinion, so far in 2015, what do you see being the biggest investments in the healthcare industry, and what kind of trends do you see?
I see that, well, in Switzerland, from my experience, you see that the state is investing a lot in prevention. I had a previous interview here about this, because we want to prevent difficult illnesses and serious illnesses to appear. And so the system is trying to push us to do preventive exams, like mammography for women. A man should go to the urologist on yearly basis after 40. They try to educate us to really try to avoid having complications. Actually, it's also an expense matter, because as soon as for example, cancer appears, the expenses are tremendous. So the idea is to educate the population to be very attentive to their body and to try to focus on little details to make you aware of complications. Trying also to educate us in alimentation, to avoid diabetes, people that are too fat, etc., etc. And this is okay. Then you can say that there are huge investments in radiology. I know that private clinics and public hospitals are always renovating their CT scans and MRIs, etc. The technology is evolving so fast. But if I should focus on one trend, it's this preventive trend. And actually, this is a very good thing, because it makes people more educated and much more conscious about everything that's surrounding us, and more responsible for our future.
Well, Nicolas, thank you so much for coming in today. As always, it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thanks a lot for receiving me. It was a pleasure.
Well, that's all that we have time for today, but for all the latest duchoscopy updates, do keep clicking back. Goodbye for now.